every now and again, there'll be a subject that I know if I talk about on here, I will get a lot of negative shit come back at me for. But I also know that there's at least one person out there that needs to hear me talk about it to make them feel not alone. So here we go. So as a fat person, and I'm sorry if me calling myself a fat person offends you, but I'm talking about myself. So as a fat person, talking about binge eating is a taboo subject, because the moment you express if you have just had an episode of binge eating, if you're currently going through one, if you feel one coming on, anything to do with it, people's faces automatically just, so you're greedy then. Do you know what I mean? It's such a subject. And don't get me wrong, for years I just thought I was a greedy cunt. I was like, why am I such a greedy cunt? Why am I being so greedy? Like, just sort yourself out. I'd hate it. But looking back, I've done it since I was young. I remember as young as 10, I would go for like a day and I'd like squirrel loads of food and I'd just binge eat it, and then I would feel sick and I would hate myself for at least 2 days afterwards. And that behaviour is carried on into adulthood. It's not as often, but when it happens, it kind of creeps up on you and you don't know what's going on. You just know that you're picking more and you're going to the fridge more often, and then it settles in of, oh, I'm binging today, that's what I'm doing. But then you don't stop it. For some reason you just don't. You know what's going on. You're like, oh, I'm binging today. And you just carry on eating. And that's what I did earlier. I got a load of snacks. Then I took Hunter Nursery, sorry. And then I picked up more stuff on the way home. And I kind of just laid it all out on the sofa next to where I was sitting. And I just watched an episode of a show. And while I was watching it, I just ate so much. And it's like your body doesn't register that you're eating or that you're full. It's just, I want to eat this food right now. It's like a pregnancy craving or a period craving where you just know, like, I need to eat this. And then you feel so shit about it afterwards. And you feel sick. And you feel greedy. And you're disgusted in yourself. So then trying to mention it to anybody else, especially being the size that I am, or anybody that's plus size, trying to mention the fact that they experience binge eating is hard. Because straight away, people look at you, they hear you say binge eating, and they think, so you're just greedy. And it's so hard. Because we ourselves doubt ourselves for what we're feeling and what we're going through. And this isn't me trying to label myself as anything before anyone jumps on the bandwagon. This is just me saying that I am a fat person. I do experience binge eating. I get how horrible it is. If you do as well, you're not alone. And I get how you feel like you can't open up about it because people immediately judge you for the way that you look. There you go.